Alright guys, I haven't done anything on the economy and the US dollar versus Russia anything in a while. This is a kind of like a theme that's been going on for a long time. I don't trust this very much, but as we know, this is the thing with the BRICS banks being open and everything else. The eventual step down from the dollar is imminent, or at least believed to be imminent. So basically, this is coming from RT. And basically it says, Putin says dump the dollar. Russian President Vladimir Putin drafted a bill that aims at eliminating the United States dollar and the euro from trade between CIS countries. This means creation of a single financial market between Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and other countries of the former Soviet Union. This would help expand use of national currencies in foreign trade payments and financial services, thus create a preconditions for greater liquidity of domestic currency markets. In a statement from the Kremlin. The bill would also help facilitate trade in the region and help achieve macroeconomic stability. According to the agreement between all these countries, the obligatory transition to settlement in the national currency, Russian ruble, Belarus ruble, dram, tenge respectively, must occur in 2025 to 2030. So, in other words, this must happen by then. So, Putin will probably end up being dead by then. I hope not. I think he's in his 60s now. I really hope he lives to be 87, maybe even 90, but I don't know what the life expectancy is of Russia. I think it's only like 76 or so, so that means he'll have a year or two more. But basically, today some 50% turnover in the EU is in dollars and euros, which will increase the dependence on union countries, increasing those currencies. Outside the CIS and EU, Russia and China have been trying to curtail the dollar's dominance as well. I'm not going to read everything, but you kind of get the idea of where this is going. I know I'm reading these. I'm trying to keep them under that 30-second window, but there are a lot of facts. I'm a slow reader due to my amblyopia and various other things, so I apologize for that. But for the most part, I'm trying to do this to bring you the information. So this is a step forward. This means by 2025 to 2030, this will be in place. 2016 is vastly approaching, so that means you have a better part of 10 to 15 years before any of this is actually solidified. And whether or not anything is actually here is to be said and done. There isn't much I can say about this, folks. Various counter banks are being set up around the world to counter the fall of what's coming, which is supposed to be the fall of the yuan, the fall of the dollar, and all the systems thereof. Now, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I hope not. But this is what's supposed to happen. Under the BRICS and the CIS or KISS or CIS banking system, among various others. And Russia is supposed to be leading the charge on this. And that's one of the reasons why NATO's on their doorstep, because they don't want this stuff in their backyard, because they run on the US petrodollar, among the other currencies. So this is another nail in the coffin for Russia and the ruble and everything else, you know. But kudos to Russia. Let them, you know, one of the major things I've always said about the economy is that we have a duality for everything except for our currency system. Why is that? You want something to be able to float the other, so when one dives, the other either remains the same, takes a small dip, or takes a small rise. Same thing with a two-party system. You know it's only one, but it's the appearance of a duality that doesn't really exist. And this is like everything else at this point. You know, if we had a two-party currency, we'd be fine. But we made it so, we stretched it so much that it eventually has to fold. It's coming sooner or later. It'll get replaced by something better. But right now, everybody's hair is on fire because they don't know what the end note is.